Okay, guys, we have with us Vedansh, who took the first slot in CAT 2020. So, with Vedansh, without much ado, right? I just wanted to ask you quickly. Uh, First questions. A lot of people are asking: are gloves required?
No, not really. Gloves. You can remove the gloves when you start writing the exam. And you can
Okay.
also, if you are wearing specs like me, you can also lower your mask. No one is, people are sitting quite far and no one is really asking if to up your
Okay.
mask. So, and it
Okay.
depends on invigilator. But gloves are not allowed. Gloves are not required.
Okay. And what about any other situation where pens given?
No pens were given. You have to bring, I think only 2 pens were allowed per person. The pouches were, you had
Okay.
to keep your pouches in the bag, only 2 pens. And
Okay.
there was only one rough pad given. Extra rough pads were not given. It had around
Okay.
20 small pages.
Okay. And what about any other exam related scenario? Like, for example, was any frisking done? What was any?
No, so when we entered, first at the gate, they checked our admit card and they they checked our photo I card,
Okay.
and then when we entered, they scanned our eye for something for
That's
photos.
biometrics, right?
Yeah,
That
biometric. Yeah,
biometrics. Yeah.
and
So,
then we were allotted a so first at the outside we were given a lab number and then we were given a seat number inside the lab after the biometrics.
mhm. And okay, so let's look at the big picture now. What is the number of questions which are there, which have come up?
Questions VARC had 4 passages and maybe 7 or 8 VA questions. So around 24, 25 questions in VARC.
We are getting 26 as the exact number,
Yeah,
but
so
it's
I don't
okay.
exactly remember. So
Okay.
20,
Okay.
25, 26 maybe.
Okay.
Then logical reasoning had 2 passages with 6 questions each, and it had 3 passages with 4 questions each.
Okay.
So total of 24 questions.
Okay.
So this was a twist. We are not used to 6 question sets. So,
Okay.
but the 3 question sets, I found the 4 question sets were easier. I found them to be easier.
Okay.
And out of my paper, I think I got 2 Venn diagram sets, so I got lucky because I'm really good at that.
Okay.
And do you want to know the type of sets and all also?
Yes. Okay. So you're saying that LRDI was roughly the same level as last year.
Yeah. Mostly it was the same.
Okay.
I found English to be the toughest actually because English, a lot of questions had very tricky answer choices, and the passages were also. I felt they were long, and there were 4 passages, so I could not attempt the last couple of summary questions maybe
Okay.
because you had 4 passages, and the many of the options had very tricky answer choices. So it was roughly around the 2019 level, same level I would say, 2019 level.
Okay.
And so logical reasoning was a little easier, and I mean almost the same as to 2019. It was easy to moderate, and but the
Okay.
only twist is it had 2 sets of 6 questions each,
Okay.
and maths had around 25 or 26 again,
Okay.
and math was also moderate. I mean, it was easier than 2018, but around the 2019 level, I would say. Maybe a little difficult than 2019.
So you're saying VARC roughly the same or
Yeah,
difficult compared to
yeah,
2019?
yeah.
Roughly the same. And LRDI?
LRDI was also roughly the same. I would find maybe a little easier, maybe.
Okay. Okay. And
And
maths easier.
maths. I don't know. I mean, maths. There were 26 questions in 40 minutes, so you cannot attempt every question, obviously. So I would
Okay.
say it was around the same level, though.
Okay. Okay. And okay, so what do you think was the, I mean, you usually score upwards of 98, 99 percentile
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
actual
yeah.
mock. So you thought
Yes.
like, was it roughly the same or was it?
I think I would get that depending on on my answers of English, because I think I
Okay.
was confident with LRDI and QA,
Okay.
but English had very tricky options. So depending upon how those go, I mean, I think if that goes well, I'll score well.
Okay. Okay. That's very nice. Okay. So, Vedant, thank you very much for letting us know. I will now let you go as such. I mean, anything which you would like to advise to students who are watching this for the second and the third slots?
So only advice is just stay calm, and you reach there like before 20 minutes, so you have a lot, so you have a lot to think about. You can do anything, but
Okay.
right like I found the writing space to be a little less. So write in small letters,
Mm-hmm.
and what else? Yeah, nothing else.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so I'll let you go. If you have a little time later on, we will catch up. How? Okay.
Okay,
So,
okay.
chalo. Thank you very much, Vedansh, for joining in. I will catch up with you later. So, guys, that was the first slot reaction from student. I mean, Vedansh usually scores upwards of 98, 99 percentile in his mocks. So he found VARC similar or difficult compared to 2020. LRDI is similar or easier compared to 2019, sorry, 2019. And quant easier compared to 2019. But the problem is there are too many questions in quant to be solved in such a little time. So 26, 24, 26, that's the distribution. Slight change in VA. There are two questions of two passages of 5 questions each, two passages of 4 questions each. Remaining are para jumbles. In LRDI, there are two sets of 6 questions each, three sets of 4 questions each, and in quant there are 26 questions. Okay, thank you, Vedansh, for joining in. Okay, I'll catch up with you a little later. Okay, guys, if you are in slot 2, get out of here and go to slot 2 as much as possible. Okay.